Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Oh,
Awesome.
uh-oh. Can you see me okay?
Not yet.
You can't see me.
Um,
What? That's weird. What did we do last time? I don't know what. Wait a minute. Oh,
yeah. Okay, nice.
okay, cool. So wait, has the video started yet? Are we live?
Not yet, not yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm gonna put us live in 5 minutes.
Okay.
I basically just have to press this button and it will be automatic. Before we go live, I wanted to, because I'm gonna make an intro,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to ask you. Yeah. So what's your van? Is it GMC?
It's a 1989 Ford Econoline.
Okay,
89.
Ford Econoline.
Yeah, Ford Econoline. E-C-O-O-N. Wait, E-C-O-N-O-L-I-N-E.
Okay, and you've been in it for how many years now?
Since September of 2017.
Wow, so over 2 years.
Yeah, over 2 years.
Nice. Cool. Okay.
Ooh, it's about to get hot. We about to be baking. You can actually open it back up. I wonder if I'll step outside. We like closed the windows so that like outside traffic would not come into the video. So just so you know, we're gonna be in here baking.
Okay, if you need to open the door, don't worry. It's okay to have some noise.
I'm like, oh my god.
We get it that the circumstances are a little
Trade me
different
spots.
than a usual conference call.
Okay, got it. I'm just trying to arrange myself. There's a weird glare. I don't know how I look. Does that work? I'm gonna use horizontal. I think horizontal would be better, or landscape would be better for your video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's all great.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you can see me again. Alrighty. I wish I had a tripod. My tripod broke.
Yeah, that's useful for these kinds of things for sure.
Let me see. Oh, sorry. Here, take the frog. Take him. Okay, let me see. Maybe I can prop it up on the jackery. Because if I can have my hands free in this video, oh my god, that would be so amazing. Let's see. Oh, not now. Is my phone blacking out?
Now I lost your video.
Can you see me?
No. Oop.
Oh, there we go. Hello?
Nice. Okay.
Hey, sorry about that. Someone called me, and this is like, I never give my number out to people. And I gave my neighbor my number. And so anyways, my neighbor called me, but like this never happened. So I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Like,
Hey, how can I switch you actually? I don't know how to.
I was gonna
Perfect.
say, yeah. Well, yeah, but now it's oh wait, is that better?
That's good. Yeah, that works. Nice. Okay.
Carter, you gotta put the frog away. Okay, Toad, whatever it is. Like
Wow, that's a perfect view actually.
okay, yeah, I'm like trying to get situated like normally. So thank you. I appreciate you being flexible and like
For sure.
it's been a crazy day. Like when I scheduled even this for Tuesday, I was literally like, when I agreed to it, I was like, otherwise it would have had to got done like Friday or something. But I was like, all right, we're gonna do whatever we can. So thank you for like, I appreciate you working with me right now because I'm.
Of course, yeah, and thank you so much for participating. That's really cool.
All right, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, we got about 1 minute to breathe.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so you'll introduce me, and then do I just jump right in speaking? Am I talking the whole 30 minutes and like?
So I'll ask you a few questions. I have basically, what's your setup like? How did you get started? And then I have a
Okay.
few questions from the group, and I'll just like prompt you. And
Perfect.
it's pretty flexible. Like,
okay, cool.
Go as much as you want to speak, and if we don't get to something, that's fine as well.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let me get this going.
Yeah, after the intro, then you can eat, and then after you finish eating, come back here, but don't eat in the video. I know. Okay. Like you can sit in the driver's seat.
Okay. Let's see. I think if I press that button, we're going live.
All right. Yeah, we're live. Looks like it. I see it says live on this.
Okay.
Woo!
And we're live.
Bravo!
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be kicking off this Meet the Members series with Bionca and Carter. It's been literally 2 years since I wanted to do something like this. And now I finally have the chance to do it. And Bionca is the first one to be on this series, along with her son Carter. They've been a member on the group since like day one, and they've been traveling for over 2 years now in their 1989 Ford Econoline. And you can follow their adventures on their YouTube channel and their Instagram, Off the Grid with a Kid. And I will be adding in the comments of this video, of this Facebook Live, I will be adding all the links to where you can follow their adventures. So Bionca, thank you so much. Carter as well, thank you for being here with us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. It's such an honor to have you finally meet you kind of in real life and chat with you, spend some time. So many members have been following your adventure. I've been personally following your adventure as well on YouTube and on Instagram. You are so inspiring to so many people. And it's just so fun to see you getting sorts of adventures with Carter. So, let's just kick off with what's your setup like and where have you been lately? I guess pre-coronavirus. Where have you been traveling and what have you been up to?
Yeah, well, first I just want to say that I'm honored right now to be doing this live Facebook chat with you, the founder of this group, and all of the members that are in it. I am so pleased. Literally, this is my favorite group on Facebook. And like, we joined this Facebook group before we got our following online. And so I always go back to this group. It's like my safe space. And I feel like it's just filled with like the OG real van lifers, So anyways, I just want to say shout out to all the real, full-time, just the OGs, everybody that's in this group. You guys are amazing. And like, I love it. So anyways, but yeah, so to go back into, I guess over 2 years ago when we started our van life journey, we bought the van in Buffalo, New York, and then we traveled and ventured all the way to California. And then we've pretty much been living in we have been living in our van full time And what we did was we didn't just like buy our van and park it somewhere. We literally just traveled full time in it. So we have been stealth camping 95% of the time up into the coronavirus situation.
Yeah.
You know, now we're like parked, but we are like, you know, we didn't know what we were doing in the beginning of this journey, but like we got it down now. And so we've been a lot of places, but mainly on the West Coast. So to give you an idea of some of our favorite places, Yellowstone National Park, Joshua Tree. We love exploring like different
Whitewater
deserts.
Preserve.
Yeah, Whitewater Preserves is a favorite place of ours. We love in the wintertime going to Malibu and like being posted up there because it's like, it's pretty much where you can feel like a millionaire on a beer budget.
Hey, I mean, you get the same view for, you know, a fraction of the price.
Yeah, I mean, really, seriously, like I got a little secret spot there along the beach that I always like to go to. It's like secret, not so secret, but anyways, our setup, I'll just show you guys our setup if you haven't seen it already. Okay, so we're obviously in our van. And this is Carter right here. He's like slamming down some pizza that we just got. But we have a top bunk, which is amazing because in our van, it actually comfortably fits 4 people, believe it or not. So sometimes we camp with our friends. It's a lot of fun. So this bunk bed helps a lot. And then right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is, matter of fact, this is a couch. And the couch unfolds into another bed. And so Carter sleeps up here, and then I sleep down here. And then we have, this is our Jackery. This is our power source right now. We're actually charging our phone as we're making this video. But we have a sink, and then we have an oven. We have a straight oven with a 3-burner stove, which is really rare to find in vans. And so this is kind of like an idea of more of what the cabin looks like. We got an AC unit, and then up here we've got storage. So if you guys can see up there, I'm not going to show you guys what it looks like in here because it's a whole bunch of junk food and people think we eat healthy. So we eat healthy.
Well, not all
I
of
think
it's junk
no,
food.
I know
Actually, a lot of it is healthy, except for like 2 things.
I don't know. We eat like healthy maybe like 70% of the time. But anyways, we'll save that for another video. Okay. So
You
here's
gotta
our
stay
refrigerator.
inspirational.
Right. I don't know if you guys can see that because I can't see my screen right now. But this is our fridge, looking kind of crazy right now. But let me tell you. Okay, here's a boom shakalaka about our RV that we absolutely love. Like, well, our van. It's a Class B van. Okay. But it's built like an RV, and they don't make these anymore. And even the ones that they try to make close, they're like $100,000.
I know, right?
It's insane. It's like for a van this same size, and it doesn't even have all of these amenities. So what we love is that like I only paid $4,900 for this van, and it literally has everything that we need to succeed, like, and just have the best journey all around, which really made our transition to van life a whole lot easier because like we didn't
Faster
buy
too, yeah.
yeah, because we have everything. Like we even have like I'll show you guys. We have a toilet. There's a toilet right there, and then right here, I can't stretch my phone that far, but we actually have a shower.
We'll believe you.
Yeah, it's a shower tub, and then we got a closet, and then more of a like a back storage area back there, and that's where I keep all my inventory for the products that we sell. And I have a printer. So we literally like create a like this van is like our home, our office. It's like a school bus because we go on all these cool field trips. I homeschool my son, so it's like school, and then it's a business as well. So I just like how it just really works for us because we have everything that we need and we can stand up in it, right? So yeah, like, and people that are tall, I mean, if you're 6 feet plus, you can still stand up in here. So on a rainy day, it's not too bad if we're in here all day, you know? So I'm gonna see if I can turn this around here. I'll show you guys Carter. This is Carter sitting in the driver's seat. I think he's like eating his pizza. And we are here in a parking lot, right? Just a typical day. Like, so I just want to say, like, if anybody is new to van life or you're considering van life and you follow our Instagram and our YouTube and stuff like that, right? A lot of people that haven't tried this lifestyle, they think that we're always in these beautiful destinations, right?
Yeah.
But if you're watching this video, please comment and like, you know, and agree with me here that like most of the time we are not in pretty destinations and we're like in shopping, mall, parking lots, or just like all over the place. Every day can be different. But let me tell you, when we first started this journey, I didn't ask anybody for permission. I was not influenced by a blogger or anything like that. I didn't even know anybody that started van life. I literally decided to move inside of this van because we were traveling the world full time for 8 months. And then I started running out of money. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, finances got tight, and I wanted to keep traveling because I realized that it's actually cheaper than it is to live in a traditional home. And plus, we didn't want to live in a traditional home anymore, period, because like when we were, all we were doing was trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know, like everything looked real fancy on the outside, but the reality is that like we were broke and it just was like pretty, right? Okay, like putting poop on like putting sprinkles on poop or something. Like it was just like silly. So like seriously, like it was a really stressful lifestyle that just looked fancy. I had a BMW, I had a 2-bedroom, really nice condo with like a jacuzzi tub, and just, it was so nice. Like I loved it, but it was just too much. And so ever since we moved into our van and just started traveling, I have been so happy. Like this is a journey that I'll never, ever, ever regret. And I'm so glad that I did not ask anybody or tell anybody about what I was going to do when I decided to live in the van. Because if I did, everybody would have been like, where are you going to park? What about this? What about that? What about that? You know what I mean? And so what I found is that like this journey is going to change you, and it's going to make you more resourceful and feel like a real, like true human, like from years ago when we had to be like resourceful for survival. And the way that it just shifts your mind, it makes you more aware, right? And so those first 30 days of van life are like, oh my God, like what am I doing? Like where do I go get this? Where do I go get that? You know, because your resources are changing. But we've been doing this now 2.5 years, and like still to this day, my mind boggles when people say like, where do you park? Right? It's like,
yeah, it's like
anywhere.
where yeah, I'll
You know
find
what I
places.
mean?
It's funny because like you, after a while you just get like automatisms, right? You just you have your go-tos, you know how to like analyze. I felt when I was living in the van, I was just walking in the street, and the street just became not just the street but a bunch of resources. I was like, well, here's a restaurant, it's going to have a public bathroom open until whenever, and then this looks like a pretty good parking spot, it's got street, I mean, I was often in San Francisco, so you know, we got street cleaning only every second Friday of the month.
Oh, I missed that when I got tickets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the tickets are still cheaper than the rent, right? Because you would get like a ticket a month, and it would be
true, but $75 goes a long way. So
I mean, you can do it.
right.
And,
so that's another cool thing is that we both started from, well, we launched in this like essentially from the same place. California is still our home base. We're still California residents, like on paper, even though we live this nomadic journey. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say that like another thing I want to talk about, and I don't want to forget, remind me in case I do, is like resources that we rely on and how we do what we do. Because a lot of people have questions about like mail and like,
yeah. So how do you do that?
Okay, so this is what I did. Let me tell you, this has been like genius. Okay, simple but genius. What I did before I moved into when I started traveling full time, before I did this, I went to a UPS and I got a UPS address. Okay, and the reason why I got a UPS address and not a post office address like a PO box is because a UPS address is technically a physical address. So what this means is that you can use it on things like driver's license, registering your car, registering to vote and stuff like that, but you cannot with a PO box, you see?
That's right.
Yeah, also with the UPS address, you can call them up and have them send you your mail wherever you are in the world. Okay?
That's awesome. I did see that in one of your recent videos. That's so cool.
It's been really helpful. So that's how we get our mail. We only check our mail probably like once every 6 to 8 weeks. We just have it shipped to wherever we are. Sometimes it could be a little bit of a challenge because we're used to moving around. Like we never stay parked in the same spot for 3 days. I'll put it to you like that. That's how much we move around, and we move around for safety. So in order for us to get our mail, we would have to use like a friend's address.
Yeah.
So if you're social, you know, this helps. So that's how we get our mail. And then in terms of like the most common resources that we really use and like rely on, like we're always go to, is Starbucks, because of the high-speed Wi-Fi. They are everywhere. You can find one within 5 minutes. I also like the rewards program, because like if you're gonna be in there all day, you can earn like free coffee and stuff and pastries, and we've earned a lot. So we like Starbucks. And then YMCA is a big one, and then we have a gym membership as well. The reason why I have the YMCA is because it's where I can get my son around other kids and families.
Okay.
And then the gym is more so for me. And now that my son is of age, he can be outside in the camper. But in the beginning, when he was 8 years old, he would be in the daycare. So these are just like a few resources that we use. I don't know where we are right now on time for the video, and I'd hate to go over because we probably already are, because there's just so much that we could talk about. But I don't know. I'm going to hand it over to you for now. If you have any other questions, ask away.
Awesome.
You know, I can
have
talk
so
all
many
day.
great resources, and I have so many questions, you know, and we had a few questions from our members as well.
Oh, yeah, bring them.
One thing that I like to go back to when I talk with other van lifers and other dwellers is talk me through that first night.
The first night?
The first night.
Wow. Okay. Well, the first night, I just want to say I got kicked out of a park. Okay. Like, okay, I'm gonna back up all the way to the first day. Like, when I got the van, first off, I was like, whoa. I went from a BMW, okay, brand new BMW, to this 1989 van. I wanted this old school van though, because I wanted a certain vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the first time I drove it, that was my first night. And I was like, whoa, this is going to take some time to get used to. And so the night that we camped, I like tried to park like at a park. And 2 hours later, the cops came like, no, you got to go. So, so I ended up moving and going to a Walmart, because you can camp at a lot of Walmarts, but you got to check. Like if it's a 24-hour Walmart and there's like a lot of truckers there and it's like off the highway of like the major intersections, you can mostly camp there. I'm so sorry. I got to show you guys this. Look what my son is doing. Look, can you guys see this right here? This is a frog.
Oh my God.
We adopted today. Yeah, we got this frog today. Like, yeah, and we're eating pieces. So anyways, it's crazy. New member of our family today. So anyway.
Discoveries.
The wildlife. So anyways, that first night, I felt really comfortable. I felt like I was living luxury. Like, I think because we have all the amenities in the van, like that night I took a shower in a vehicle and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like, and then the next night I baked cookies in a van. So I just thought it was amazing. And I just want to say that there has not been one night ever in all of the nights that we slept in this van, which is well over 600, right? I've never been scared. Not one night. Ever.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love the positivity and the can-do attitude, because I feel like that's how you make it work, short-term or long-term. It's like, I can do this. I'm going to figure it out. And this is what it's about, right? You don't get handed like everything you need and like the perfect van or the perfect camping spot. Like, you just got to figure it out as you go.
You have to. Well, that's the beauty of it. But I do want to say this to piggyback on that, because the van that you're living in really plays a major role in your lifestyle, like how you're going to live and how much you're going to enjoy it. So for everybody that has not purchased their van yet, or if they're thinking about a new one, really think about how you're going to live and how you're going to generate income. And you want to select a vehicle that matches that, or you want to convert a vehicle specifically for that so that you can be comfortable. Because like, you know, another thing that I love about our van is that it's all occasion. I can be in any season and drive my van and be comfortable. Like we've slept where it was like 2 degrees outside and been absolutely comfortable because the van is insulated really well and we have everything in here. We even have a thermostat. It's just like a house. So I know most van lifers are not going to have RVs like this, but just remember that like this isn't fancy, right? It's an old van. It's 1989. So anything that we have in our vehicle, you know, you can still find something and really design it for your ideal lifestyle.
Yeah. Did you ever run into mechanical issues, and how did
Oh
you?
yeah. The first month in, that's a good question. The first month in, our engine went out.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to put a whole new engine in here. And like some people thought I was crazy for doing that, but I'm glad that I did because like this van has saved us so much money, so much time. Like we haven't had to stay in hotels. We were able to see our family and friends comfortably. You know, because like everything moves with us. So like putting a new engine in it, hey, so be it. Like whatever it takes, it beats the cost of paying rent. Like I haven't paid rent in 3 years, like almost 3 years. Like, you know, all the money that I've spent has literally taken me somewhere. You know what I mean? Right? Like, right? And then, oh, one more thing I got to bring up too. That's important if you're doing van life. In the event of an emergency, you need to have a backup place to park your van. So what we do is we park it at like a friend's house or a friend and family house, or we park it at like a U-Haul or any type of storage place. So just an FYI, because there's so many things that we didn't have figured out. And I don't want anybody that wants to try this lifestyle to be trying to figure out everything before they get started if they really want to do it. You just got to jump in and do it, and you'll figure out everything else along the way. And within doubt, like if you have any, you know, you could just comment in this group, and then like a gazillion people are going to like help you out. That's why I love this group, because like, I'll tell you a secret, Sasha, look, this group is legit. When I say legit, it's because like people know how to be really, really, really resourceful, like how to make stuff happen without being fancy, because there's like older van lifers in this group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not bloggers and stuff like that. Like I recently became a blogger, but you know, some people just wanted to do this journey to like vacation lifestyle. But this is like legit full-time lifecation. You know? You know?
Yeah, we got all sorts of amazing people in the group that are so resourceful, that that have so many great ideas and so much experience. Like shout out to all the moderators and Patty and Kirsten, Pancho, Ricardo, Bill, everyone that's been there to help all the other members and help other members help other members. So
right.
it's
Yes.
really enjoyable. I wanted to, we still have about 8 minutes, so I don't know how long this is going to take, but
I can be on here as long as you need me. You know, this is I have the gift of the guy. I can talk here all day long. I love this group. I got enough juice for you. What you got?
I wanted to do something sweet. Describe me, what was your favorite day in these 2 years doing this?
Favorite day? Oh my gosh, there's
okay.
been so many.
I'm sure you have so many.
Oh no. I'll tell you. This was a series of 10 days. You won't even believe it. Okay. We were driving down Pacific Coast Highway in California. All right. We had just left like this fancy little like RV resort after doing like a commercial with Google. And so they pay for it. I'm just like saying, because otherwise we don't typically bring the van into like camp, into fancy places like that usually. But so anyways, we left this place and we're traveling down the highway and our van broke down. Okay. The van broke down. So we had to pull over. Traffic. So anyway, we had to pull over And of course, we're along the coast, right? So it's ocean. Okay. It's ocean. We see the beach. I pull over and I'm like, okay, a breakdown. So what I learned about van life is like breakdowns are inevitable. You can't panic. It doesn't matter. It's pointless. You got all your resources on board. You're going to be fine. So we're there for 10 days, broke down.
Wow.
10 days. It was the best 10 days of our van life journey. Let me tell you why. Because we were there for 10 days, we were able to learn a lot about marine life. So like we saw a lot, like we learned a lot about like the phases with the moon and like high tide and low tide. And what happened because we were on the beach is like whenever it would be low tide, then like all the marine life would be still like lingering on the rocks. So we saw starfish and like these little sea anemones and like all kind of little creatures. And I homeschool my son. So that was like really fascinating. So he would be learning about like marine biology. And then I would be like, okay, go play. And so then he would go on the beach and he would see like starfish and all kinds of stuff. And we would have the doors open and then dolphins would swim by.
Wow.
Surfers would come out before sunset. And we love watching the surfers. Like tons of surfers would come out and we just had a show. So I would be cooking dinner and we would just be like sitting on the couch, looking out the door, watching surfers. We could see a beautiful sunset. Like, we could go to sleep. We heard the ocean every night. And the funniest part was this. There was a sign that we discovered like 8 days in that said no parking after 10. Okay. Okay. Like, yes, it said no parking after 10. We had no idea. Nobody bothered us at all.
Wow.
On the busiest highway, literally one of the busiest highways. So that honestly was like my most favorite experience anyway. Carter's is Joshua Tree, because it feels like you're camping in like dinosaur land and there's no signal and you're rock climbing and stuff. So yeah.
So my favorite Yellowstone.
Oh, Carter says Yellowstone because like we were technically camping on like a super volcano, but
wow.
You just got to make the best of the breakdowns because when your van breaks down and you just go with the flow, you make friends. That was when we met our first van lifer as well. It was 8 months into our journey before we finally met a van lifer.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Very cool. Wow, that this 10 days sounds so cool. So you were saying you homeschool Carter, and I had a few people ask me actually to ask you like how does that work, and if there are other parents wanting to do this this adventure with their children, how do you make it work?
Oh well, I mean, we just jumped in this van and just like made it work, but I mean, like, but really, there's different type of methods of homeschool. My son attends an online school, and so he has a lot of freedom, but he is like, we're legit digital nomads. Wi-Fi is our bloodline. Okay. So my son, he on average is like doing some online stuff from anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours a day, but he can do it at any time. And he has a teacher. He talks to her like once or twice a month for like a couple minutes. And then throughout the week, he has live lessons where he interacts with other children that are in the same grade, and then they do work together. So that's what we do. And so he works right like beside me. We're both on our laptops, and we will work from anywhere, like on the beach, on the beach, or like in front of Starbucks, in front of the YMCA. Like we've been anywhere where we can get Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, we're there, like, and we're working. I mean, anywhere. So if somebody's like interested in doing this lifestyle with their kid, I really think, I gotta say this is so important, so important. You have to make sure your kid wants to do this. If your kid don't want to do this, you're gonna have a problem, a big problem on your hands. So the younger the better, because they don't have an opinion. Kidding. But no, my son was 8 when we started this journey, and he was down. He was like, yeah, let's do that. And he's a trooper. Even when it's hot and we're like in the desert, because like we'll go to like a beautiful oasis in the desert where it's like super tropical and hot, but we bear with it because it's just so beautiful. But he's a trooper, and he's a boy too. So he doesn't mind being dirty. And van life, like a lot of people don't talk about this, but like you got to be willing to live like not as fancy and be willing to sometimes go a couple days without showers. Me, I can't go more than 3 days. By 3 days, I'm feeling like nasty. I'm just gross. My son, let me tell you what this kid does. He has the nerve. He will go shower on the deodorant. You know how it says like lasts up to 24 hours? This kid says, okay, 1 swipe for 1 day, 2 swipe for 2 days.
Sounds like me.
Like, yes. Like this is what he does. And I'm like, okay, bro. Like what? So like, you know, so you got to make sure your kid wants to do this. You know, the perfect age to take your kid is when they can walk and really just explore. If your kid's younger, you're gonna, in my opinion, you're gonna need a tribe of people to be like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I can't really talk on that experience actually because I haven't had it. I would just recommend anybody with a really young kid to like first camp around other people maybe at first so that you don't feel lonely and you feel comfortable. Because like, I'll give you an idea. If you need to go take a shower, like where are you going to take a shower and can your kid go with you, right? My son, he doesn't need to go with me to go shower no matter where we go. Like he's old enough now, he can wait in the van or he can wait in a facility sitting down by himself. So these are just some things to really think about. But everything is possible. If I can do this and do this for 2.5 years, anybody can do this. You just have to find out how to make it work for you so that you can have fun and just know that it's not going to be all pretty and perfect as you see in the Instagram pictures. Okay? Like, this is real van life. If you're in this group and you're watching this video, this is real van life. All like the other little van life groups, some of them, they just post pretty pictures. And like, they're not telling you, I haven't showered for a couple of days. I'm hot. Like, I'm running out of money. You know, I don't know where to park. The police are harassing me. I'm spending an hour looking for a parking spot. I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, and this is even more true today with everything that's happening. We're really here to help everyone out. And so please ask your questions. Everybody's there to help you. If you're struggling, we're here. And
yeah,
that tops off for half hour together.
Does it? It feels like we've been out here for a lot longer.
I know.
If we have, I don't mind.
We're gonna have to organize another one.
We can, because I'm sorry, but like, I know that I'm speaking like probably at so many miles per hour right now. It's just because I'm so excited to finally like see you in person, Sasha, and then also to be able to connect with people in this group on a more personal level, because like I really love it so much. So thank you so much for this opportunity to jump on this live video.
And thank you. I mean, your great advice, great hindsight, and like your energy is really awesome, and everybody's getting really inspired. So, what are you up to tonight? Where are you heading to?
Well, right now, let's see. I'll show you guys the situation. Carter got this frog that we need to do something with. Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do. And Chili is here. And so what we are doing actually, I have a little surprise. So with this whole coronavirus situation going on, I believe that it's best to stay put right now in one place, because like things are changing daily. So what I recommend everybody to do, if you haven't already, is do what we have done and find somewhere where you can be posted up and where you can plug in and just be comfortable. Like what I did is at first is I like was plugged into somebody's house and I offered to pay their electric bill. Now we decided that since we're in Houston, Texas, we're gonna be here for a while and we just want to stay put and create content and work more on our businesses. And I'm also writing a book that I want to finish. So we decided to go to an RV park, and we actually just bought like a travel trailer. Like it got delivered today.
Oh wow! Yeah. I did see that.
Yeah. So
awesome.
A lot of people have questions with that because we don't have a truck, and we're gonna keep traveling. But there's a U-Haul right next to the RV park. So whenever we want to travel, we're just gonna move the travel trailer to the U-Haul and leave it, and then we'll just take off in our van. But that's our plan, is to like get settled in our RV today, because like it got delivered literally like probably like 20 minutes, no, like 45 minutes before we started this live video. So like we got a lot of cleaning to do.
Okay.
You know? But we're sleeping in the van tonight because like it's it's comfortable and it's still home, and like we haven't made ourselves at home in the travel trailer, so we're gonna be cleaning.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Bye.
Bionca. Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye. Have a good night. Shout out to all the members in this group. I love you guys. Bye.
All right.